Okay, can we take this out? Can we take this again? I'm going to delete this. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What the cast?
What the cast?
What the cast?
Hey, what the cast, yeah? What are you
Okay.
talking about?
Episode number 1.
What's up? This is What the Cast, not your average podcast.
Yeah, so we're just a group of individuals who just got really bored and thought, let's start a podcast.
Hell yeah.
Because, I mean, why not, right?
Exactly.
I mean, we're all at home. We're bored as hell. We like talking. So might as well get something out of it.
So it's basically just conference calls where we talk about really deep stuff. So we've got a whole array and whole idea, host of stuff planned out for this season or whatever you want to call it. We have a lot of episodes coming out. Today's episode or topic is going to be really interesting. Maz will tell you about it.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about our favorite childhood TV shows, the shows we watched growing up. It's a fun topic.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so, like, we might sound a little, eager at start. That's just because we're just starting off.
So, like, basically, like, if you think about our cartoons, right? Like, when we were growing up, you could, like, it feels like those cartoons had more meaning in it. Like, they had, like, actual stuff. People going through things. Let's say,
SpongeBob was pretty annoying, and that we see a lot of people like that in our lives that annoy us, and that's why we're Squidward. And we have our very own Patrick. Kiran's there. He's fat. He's dumb.
wait,
And
how am I Patrick?
you're dumb.
It doesn't make sense. Like, if I was anyone in SpongeBob, I'd be, who would I be? I'd be Mr. Krabs' daughter, because she's cool.
Well,
No
got
one
that right.
thinks about
That's
Mr.
something.
Krabs' daughter, right? Like, she's cool as hell. Like, I would be that for sure. Like,
okay, so let me interrupt the deep conversations y'all are having to say, like, what Maz just said and what I agree on too might be controversial to today's generation, as they call themselves the youngies. But we say, and we stand by this, when we say that today's cartoons, it doesn't have anything that you can take back to and remember by. It's just something that you laugh at. And back me up on this, boys. But don't you think, like, the shows that we watched before, if you go back and read up on it on Google and stuff, there's so much of deep shit that's hidden into the cartoon shows that you get while you grow up,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Theories.
Exactly.
Yeah, like fan theories, but they might be true. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When you have a meaningful show,
Hmm.
you have some story behind it. At least you can cook up things in your head, like, oh shit, what if it was like that? What if things happened like that?
Yeah.
Who's that? How did that happen? Kind of stuff. When you have weird shows like Doraemon and Chota Bheem, where you just eat a laddu and you're all steroids and stuff. It's like a Popeye.
Well,
ripoff.
exactly.
An Indian Popeye
Yeah,
ripoff,
yeah.
where you eat laddu instead of spinach. At least Popeye, even if it didn't mean grow up and become bulky, at least he had a message saying eat your greens, you'll get stronger. What about laddu?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's just
know?
teaching people to be fat and eat junk
Yeah.
food.
Exactly. I mean, it's
Like-
not wrong to be fat, but then, come on, face facts. Do you really want to eat?
Okay, no.
Kids eat
let me-
laddus and not greens.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. Not
Yeah.
being fat, just teaching kids to be unhealthy, which is wrong, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
You got
Like,
that right.
even talking about Doraemon, what Mars just mentioned, right? That show is basically teaching kids how to be a simp. Okay? Because, see, the entire show revolves around one guy trying to get this one girl, and this one guy just helping him. That's it. Like,
Yeah, true.
why though?
Yeah, like,
Weird.
all of them are, I feel a lot of the shows are really shallow, That's a really appropriate word, shallow.
Yeah.
There's nothing that went into making it.
Like, even if you see simple shows like, Tom and Jerry, it didn't have much of speaking. It was just, action. And, some of the things were so deep. Like, they they went through a lot of shit. And it teaches us, to have fun at the end of the day. You don't have to keep fighting all the time. We see Tom and Jerry becoming friends, like at some point of the show, but still fighting. At the end of the show, they're like, chill, let's just chuck all the fights and chill.
Yeah, exactly. And like as you said, Tom and Jerry, Charlie Chaplin, those things, those shows never had even a single word of dialogue, but it still conveyed so much. It made so many
Yeah.
people till today feel happy watching them.
And then we have weird shows like
I mean,
Tin
I
Can
still watch
and
Tom and Jerry sometimes.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
same. I think
The
even
weird noises they make in
it's all
Shinchan and Doraemon and poof, it's weird. Like you're like, are you watching cartoons or are you watching something inappropriate?
no,
Exactly.
nobody's saying anything, nobody's pointing out, but you be the judges of that shit. Like even I feel my parents, my mom watches Tom and Jerry, my grandma watches Tom and Jerry. That's a good show, because
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the golden ones, like one
yeah,
of the great.
yeah. So enough of just giving personal opinions. Just dive into some of the beautiful nostalgic shows of the 90s. So on the list, I feel first, since we brought it up in the intro, we should talk about SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh yeah.
It portrays a lot of emotions, and it kind of shows different types of people. Different characters have different traits.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Krabs is greedy for money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
SpongeBob is overly optimistic.
Exactly.
Even when things are bad, Patrick doesn't give a shit. he's just lazy and he just eats and stuff. So yeah,
He's like our friend,
Squidward's
Kiran, right?
always yeah.
Yeah.
We have Squidward who's forever angry and pissed off with everything and
Everything,
everyone
yeah.
around him.
Yeah.
But we all can relate to that dude. He's
Exactly.
the real G.
Well, there is
No.
this fan theory that says SpongeBob and what SpongeBob and the SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants is the show portraying the 7 deadly sins. So,
Yeah.
so I was reading up on this and said that Mr. Krabs represents greed because he's the business owner and he's always after cash. Then we have the wrathful next door neighbor, which is Squidward, who's always pissed off at SpongeBob and everything he does and tries to stop him. Then we have SpongeBob, who represents lust. I don't know why lust, but it says he always gets he always wants love and life to be amazing, and he always wants lustful shit. I
Yeah,
think.
so he just wants, he's
Then-
just living in fake
yeah.
reality, basically, right?
Exactly. And then we have Gary, which is his cat, like the snail cat, who represents gluttony. That kind of took me back, and I was like, oh yeah, I think it does, because the dude's always eating something. And then we have the sloth, which is we have the sloth, which is Patrick, yeah, and we have Plankton, which is envy.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and there's Pride too, right? So Pride is Sandy the squirrel.
Sandy the squirrel.
Oh yeah, so it kind of makes sense.
So so there's a lot of dark and weird fan theories based around these shows, which just shows again that how old these shows are, how aged they are, or how much of an impact they've left on people's minds that it got them thinking about cartoons, basically.
Well, we can call them evergreen trees.
Yeah.
Compared to nature and childhood TV shows.
Yeah.
You can always go back and watch it and still not feel weird.
Yeah.
For sure, the creators were tripping on something different when they were writing these shows.
For
Because
sure.
no one's gonna think that deep just for a
So
cartoon.
talking about theories and stuff, we have Phineas and Ferb,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
Oh.
not
This one hits hard.
much of a pleasant theory, if I can say that. But there's a theory where Candace actually lost Phineas and Ferb in an accident, and she couldn't get over it, and because of that traumatic experience, she cooks up things in her head, and always says they did this, they did that, and that's why whenever the mom comes, she doesn't see anything because everything's in her head. So this is one of many dark theories of old cartoon shows that we didn't understand as kids,
But,
but
yeah.
now we're just like, ooh,
Oh, that was
wow.
deep.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
that's so sad. Like I can't even look at Phineas and Ferb the same way because I'm like, oh my god, yo, they're dead. They never existed. This is so sad. Like even the other day, I saw this post on Instagram where it was like Phineas and Ferb, one of the best shows ever. I was like, oh, they
Oh
were
shit!
dead.
Exactly, dude.
Sad.
That's just
I
weird.
just like, it was pure. I just liked the post and I just scrolled on. It was so sad.
Like, and then if you talk about weird shows like this, let's talk about the infamous Ed, Ed and Eddie. What a trip that was, dude. That was literally
Yo.
teaching children to trip on drugs. That was literally portraying.
That show itself is on LSD.
I swear, I couldn't
Like,
agree
there's
better.
no doubt about it. Like, everything's all wavy, and these guys are just, I don't know. I guess they're just three guys who are just vibing, but still, like, yo, like when I was small, I never understood that show, and it was like, yo, what are these guys doing? Like, it doesn't make sense. But now I'll be like, yo, the show is trippy as hell, and I would watch it.
Exactly.
I'm talking about all these theories and stories and stuff. Remember, I mentioned about how weird Shinchan and Doraemon was. If you go back into the original story or, how it was written and stuff, it's actually pretty, beautiful.
Okay.
Like, at least the message. I can't say that about the show, but the message behind that was pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
Shinchan, the creator who wrote the storyline, is actually, portraying her own children who she lost in an accident. So that Shinchan and his sister, I don't remember her name, the baby.
Yeah.
If you've noticed all throughout the, show, they never grew up.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense that she lost her children as children and they wouldn't be able to grow up. So they're dead.
Oh.
Same thing with Shinchan and...
Yo, I mean,
Some really.
why does stuff have to be so sad? Why is everything about kids dying?
But
why can't one artist be like, yo, I think of my kids running in the garden and picking flowers, so I made this cartoon? No, it's always, yo, this kid died, so I'm gonna make him live forever.
No, but
I mean, it's nice, but still, it's so sad.
No, but then there's a theory around this, right? So they say, like, Kiran himself, if a lot of y'all don't know him and you're just getting to know him like for the first time, is an artist, quite an artist himself, okay? And, well, I'm not saying it's him or stereotyping artists, but there's a weird saying or theory, like a lot of people say that the better your art gets, or the more messed up, or the more you can build on your art, the more the more you're facing on the inside, or the more you faced in life before that you're just trying to express in a more what do you say, clinically or logically acceptable manner.
I mean, I guess that's true, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you can relate on this, bro. But but I feel like a lot of people say that. Like, I mean, I've watched a lot of documentaries on art, and one of this this one artist, okay, this Chinese artist who does I don't recall the name exactly, but she does say that a lot of my art that's so beautiful, a lot of people perceive it as beautiful, to me is a painful incident that I'm just portraying in a beautiful way to kind
Exactly.
of allow me to deal with it. Let's say, like, artists deal with their psychology by expressing their feelings through art in a way.
Yeah. It's like somewhat like throwing your heart out on paper.
On paper,
That makes sense in the case of Shinchan. You said, why is it so sad?
Yeah.
But if you look at the show,
Yeah.
it's meant to be like very comical. I know it's weird and inappropriate at times, but it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, like
if you see
the
that.
dude walking on his butt down the stairs.
Exactly.
I mean, I've tried it before, okay, and it hurt.
Why would you try that?
Firstly, you don't try things that you see on TV.
Yeah, I know. Please, nobody do that. But still, like, I was like, yo, this guy walks on his butt. It has to be cool in real life. So I tried, and it hurt. It really hurt.
Firstly, how do you get your... Okay, I don't want to go into the details of
Yeah,
that.
family
No,
friendly.
I feel a lot of the old
PG-13.
cartoons revolve around death, though.
Yeah.
Like, see, even Peter Pan for that.
I was
they say that.
I was literally
Yeah.
going to Peter Pan when you said, when Maj said, Shin-chan was written after dead children, because even Peter Pan
Yeah,
had some
exactly.
kind of a theory around that.
Yeah,
right?
because so basically the theory behind Peter Pan is that Peter Pan, like the show or the movie, whichever came out first,
Yeah.
came out during the time of World War II, right?
Yeah.
So and in that time, a lot of people lost their family, which is sad, and a lot of people lost their children. Not.
Yeah.
So basically, the theory goes as Peter Pan is an angel who comes and takes these children who have died to the land where they rest.
Yeah.
I mean, basically not rest, and they never grow up in the show or the movie, like how Shin-chan doesn't grow.
Neverland.
So
Neverland.
that's why it's called Neverland. Yeah. And it's like, I was like, yo, isn't that sad? But I mean, it's kind of cool at the same time, I guess.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, let's switch from death to something, this message that I kind of like. If you read the original comic, I don't know what RIP my English.
Hey, it's fine. Come on.
The end of the story is where Doraemon runs out of battery.
Oh,
okay.
Damn.
I thought he was a cat.
No, he was a robot, right, from the future.
Oh, okay.
So, the draw where, he used to time travel and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pink door, right?
Yeah, the service people of the robot company thingy come from the future and inform Nobita that, his batteries run out. You have two options. One, you got to replace the battery and it'll erase all of his memory. Like, he will not know who you are. Every little thing you enjoyed will go away. Or you have to grow up, become an engineer and fix him yourself.
Yeah.
Because they don't, manufacture those robots anymore. So Nobita was left with those two things. Obviously, that little, shit who keeps whining about everything and, was always reliable on him, Doraemon, had to make the decision. And he chose to grow up and, become an engineer, and he finally fixed Doraemon at the end. That's the end of the story. It shows that, you don't always have to be relied on somebody or something to find happiness, be independent. That's a beautiful message that you get from a pretty lame show.
So,
I mean, like, Indian parents would be pretty proud of that show of some growing up being an engineer.
Listen. Plug from India. Anybody who becomes an engineer is an Indian. It just it just goes hand in glove.
Like, even if you're an American,
and you're
if you're an engineer, you're an Indian.
or a doctor.
Yeah, or a doctor.
Let's just deviate from topic for like 1 second and acknowledge that every TV show, every movie / documentary that has a doctor in it literally has to have an Indian doctor for the miracle or for the surgery to go as decided or planned.
Yeah.
Which just
I mean,
shows,
it always has to be an Indian in the end, right?
yeah, exactly. And then the hilarious names that these people have, or these guys have, that just like, look, me, Maz and Kiran are Indian, but we don't have weird names like that,
Yo, I have a weird name, dog.
Well.
I feel like Dr. Kiran both coming from like college, like 5 of them, like Dr. Kiran Dental, Doctor this, Doctor that, and it's all Kiran. I'm like, yo, I'm not a doctor. I can't be a doctor.
That's because I feel our mindsets are different, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And let me just say, we don't condone, or we're not offending anybody by saying stuff like this. It's just a light.
I mean, like being
like,
a doctor is cool for sure.
Yeah. If that's your rope, like, swing it, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your thing. Do it, right?
I mean, you're smart as hell to be a doctor.
Yeah. So coming back to Doraemon, like Maz was saying, that show again was the original run was in 1969, guys. We weren't even born. We weren't even thought of that time, right?
Yo, I was like chilling in a bag.
Well, let's not make it PG-16.
Family friendly again.
Exactly.
Kids, we're not talking about any bag, school bag, go to school, study hard.
So the show was originally manga, but then they decided, the writers Hiroshi and Fujimoto decided to get it illustrated by Fujio, who's a really well-known artist, who was a really well-known illustrator in Japan at the time, and he did a beautiful job of portraying all the written characters and development that Hiroshi and Fujimoto put into their work, which really portrays a really beautiful freaking concept, and just set like a foundation for a good Japanese show amidst all the other bullshit. No offense to the manga fans and anime fans out there, that is running right now in the anime world.
I mean, like, but you have to agree the best way to watch this show is put on Sight and get an app from the Play Store where this
Psychedelic
called
camera.
psychedelic camera, yeah. So you put that on and you play Sight and that show will trip you out without doing anything. Like,
Yeah.
when the beat drops, this dude's flying in the sky and he's opening doors to like a desert. Oh,
Yeah. Let me just pause right there to tell everybody, all of our viewers out there, thank you so much for giving three dumb guys a chance of explaining something that you might obviously know or might learn
I mean,
something
yeah, if
from.
you're still listening, hats off to you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You've reached this
let's
point.
let's not bore them, and
Let's continue.
start with
Let's continue.
let's start by listing a few favorite shows
Okay,
from our childhood.
Yeah.
Brian, you can go first.
I remember. So I'm just gonna literally tickle your freaking subconscious and wake up some old memories. That's gonna bring some beautiful highs right now. Do you remember Recess, guys? Do you all remember Recess?
Oh
Do you?
my God! Yes, dude. The girl with the cap.
Dude,
Yo,
Yeah.
that
Oh
show
my
was
God.
literally like, I just remember watching it like from my mother's womb. I think that's how old it is.
Okay, so we go to this. Brian, you tell one show, then I go, and then Noah will go. Okay.
Yeah.
You said your show, and now how about mine? Is Dragon Tales.
Oh, I was literally
Yo,
going
the
to that
song.
next.
Dragon
Let's sing it, Dragon Tales.
Yeah.
Let's all go to
Almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along,
Yeah, okay, we screwed up the lyrics, but yeah, we got it. You know, we still got it.
I
We
mean,
still
you
got
get
it.
the point, right?
Hey.
That show was amazing, yo.
Listen up to all these young guys who don't know how this feels, okay? 11 a.m. in everybody's house, every day from
Yo.
Monday to Friday was freaking a cappella where we were singing this shit and waving our hands to the beat of this
And eating chocos,
and falling
like
asleep.
holding up on the couch, and
Damn.
jamming to Dragon Tales, bro.
Damn.
What a vibe, buddy.
Damn.
Oh, I have a show that you wouldn't remember the name of, but then if you see pictures of it, you'll be like, oh shit, I can swear I always watched it from Cartoon Network. Do you remember the show about a kid who was put into an animal school and his best friend was a monkey?
Oh, wait, I know this one.
Oh my God.
My gym partner's a
Oh
monkey.
my god, dude.
Yeah, I have no clue what the name is, but I know exactly what you're
Dude.
talking about.
Y'all
It's called,
guys,
My Gym Partner's a Monkey.
Oh.
if y'all guys remember, if any of y'all guys remember, the little small brown monkey with the red t-shirt and the green cap, like the freaking video,
Exactly.
man. Like the freaking video.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
Damn.
Yo, I got goosebumps, bro, when you said that.
Damn. I mean, I'm sorry. We're really sorry. We apologize for the noise on the podcast, but you gotta understand
I'm
right
just excited.
now. You gotta exactly.
Excited.
You just gotta understand what's going through our heads right now. Damn. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Do y'all remember SWAT cats? Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Dude,
Not
Muzz,
really.
Muzz. Oh damn. So it was basically
I'm a kid.
It was basically the
So-
show. Listen. I'll tell you. It was this show about two cats, right? Who are apparently spies, okay? And they jumped out of helicopters and freaking
Oh
aeroplanes.
my God, they were so cool, bro.
Yo, I wanted to be a freaking SWAT cat when I was small.
Oh my
We're
God.
talking about cats. Remember, Kid versus Cat.
Oh yeah,
Kid
kid,
versus Cat.
Disney XD. Oh, that was like
that's
the cool kid version of Disney, bro.
Let me point out,
sad.
that was when Disney actually had a life. Disney XD.
Yeah.
Like that. Yo,
True, true.
what happened to Disney? Like, is the channel still there?
Well, let's not go into that topic, Illuminati, and move on.
Okay, I have a show for y'all.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of the sweetest, the most cutest shows
Hmm.
ever. Okay, and like this show will teach you how to be like a good person.
Okay.
Is Oswald.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, if you watched Oswald, there's no doubt that you have good manners today.
It's so chill. Like,
It's
there's
like
this
you
vibe.
just sit back, you just vibe with the show. Like he takes off his hat and he wishes the little ice cream guy good morning and he walks.
You know,
And his little dog is there with him. Oh, it was so good.
the kids these days got into drugs because they didn't have Oswald around.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you had Oswald
You didn't
like
need
right
drugs.
now, if it came out right now, yeah, you won't be like, yo, bro, come and get some weed, bro.
Listen.
You'll be like, hey, yo, bro, come and go watch some Oswald.
The very idea, the very word Oswald just puts us three to sleep. Let's just say this.
Yeah, I know. Like my eyes are closing right now, and I'm just chilling.
Damn, man. Back to Mars. What is Mars got?
I don't know if you'll remember, but there was this show where this dude had twin sisters, Johnny Test,
Oh,
and they used to
Oh, yeah,
experiment
yo,
stuff.
who doesn't remember
yo,
Johnny Test?
I bet even the youngies are like, hey, nostalgia and shit.
Exactly.
Bro,
Yo,
I'm-
Johnny Test is good.
Bro, those twins, man. I'm not even kidding. They were pretty hot.
Oh no. Like, okay,
Man.
listen. I understand it's coming from a 13-year-old Mars, but coming
Like
from an
30
18-year-old Mars, it isn't right.
13-year-old. I'm talking like from memories, bro. Like as a kid.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I'm representing the kid me.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not.
Thank God
I'm
for
not
that.
saying I'm not into kids and stuff, but oh, I used to watch that show more because of the twins and Johnny.
Yo,
Like,
that's-
I'm being honest.
I mean, if we're talking about cartoon crushes, if you'll remember, what was the Little Mermaid's name, bro? Was she just called Merlin or something?
No. That was
Madeline.
that was the freaking weird. Hold on. Damn, man. Shit. It's
That's impossible.
Yo, I literally was talking about this show to my brother today, and I don't know how the frick he brought it up.
Impossible.
I was literally talking about it, right? Ariel.
Ariel, yes,
Yes,
Ariel.
yes.
What I
Back
say?
at Disney
Yeah,
now.
so Ariel.
Yeah.
Oof. Yo, I had like the biggest crush on her that I bought this little and like a little book of her. And I used to take her under my
Calm
sheet.
down, done.
TMI,
No, I
done,
didn't
done.
do anything. Yo,
We're done,
I
we're
used
done.
to hug her and go to sleep. That's all.
Oh, okay. Calm down, bro. Firstly, family friendly. Secondly, we don't want to expose everything to the world, right?
Exactly. TMI,
Yo,
man, TMI.
she's different. One.
Okay.
Ariel. Now I know her name.
What about the classic? Come on, we forgot about the classic freaking Johnny Bravo and Dexter's Laboratory, dude. Come on.
Oh, Johnny Bravo, bro.
Well, Johnny Bravo wasn't a good. You know, funny and all,
It was like,
but it
like
gives the bad message.
no, like everybody, like every kid watched it, but nobody acknowledged the fact that we've never
Yeah.
watched it enough to, like, tell somebody, yeah, watch the whole show. Everyone's just watched
Yeah,
like
but
5 minutes or 1
after
minute.
watching that show, I wanted sunglasses.
After watching that show, I wanted a girl, and I didn't even know why because I was so young. I just said like, yeah, I just want a girl.
Like what? I don't know. I just want a girl.
Yeah, and then Dexter's Laboratory was another freaking weird show, like for me at least.
Yeah.
Right.
There was Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. Listen.
Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff
Mojo
Girls.
Jojo. Yo,
Dude,
what a game. Bro.
Powerpuff Girls wasn't a feminine show because none of that shit existed back then because we were all just kids, right? So
Yeah.
And things were better then.
everybody, literally everybody, like I could wear a Powerpuff Girls t-shirt and walk out and nobody would judge me because that was just a cool
Exactly.
show. Yeah.
Yo,
Just-
Powerpuff Girls was cool, bro.
Exactly, and it just shows how much cartoons united kids and people that time, right? Because, like,
Yeah, exactly.
see, obviously the show was released in 1998, 1 year before I was born.
Damn, 1998.
98. So all the people that time obviously knew about it, and they were like, yeah, it's a cool show. So like none of the complications that we have today in society were there that time because everything was really
Yeah.
simple. Yeah.
I mean, it was there, but it was just, I don't know, we didn't,
Or maybe we just didn't know about it because
yeah,
You
we
know
didn't know
what?
about it because we were just kids.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think we just hit a revolution.
Yeah.
Like we just freaking came by a revolution that shit would have been going on, but we were just too young to realize any of
Yeah,
that shit.
I swear.
Yeah.
Like, we were just too small for it. We wouldn't have known.
But well, our parents never mentioned anything about shit being that complicated back then, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Why would they? Why would they tell kids
Oh yeah.
things like that?
Then again, yeah. Okay, then
Oh,
let's.
but a show that I was kind of scared of when I was small.
Was
but
freaking
now it's
Courage.
kind of cool.
Courage,
Courage
the
the Cowardly
Cowardly
Dog, bro.
Dog.
I used to
Oh.
play at 9 o'clock in the night. That was like,
It was
like illegal cartoons, bro.
I swear,
Like,
bro.
That was like illegal cartoons.
Like
Like,
it was,
watching
It was like-
Cowardly Dog in the night.
It was like
Exactly.
FTV. It was like FTV.
Yo,
People don't know what that is. FTV.
Yeah, if you know what FTV is, no. Oh, I don't know what you know.
If you know, you know.
And the thing was, that channel, it always had one of the bigger numbers like 899
No,
or
look.
925 or
This is
something.
how they did it, right? So during the day, if you had to search 899, it would just go blank. After 11 p.m.,
Oh,
if you had to
yeah,
search it,
yeah.
it would come up.
Yo, that channel taught me so much.
Damn, man. Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
FPV.
you know, talking about
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
talking about creepy cartoon shows. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. With
It was
the
actually
Grim
in
Reaper,
Hindi.
right?
For our indie boys,
In Hindi,
for our indie
it was
boys, yeah.
Billy, Mandy,
Or
or
Life
Life
May
May
Huddy.
Huddy.
Oh my god, yo, I remember the Hindi title.
Bro, I
I
remember
watched it
my-
in English.
My grandmom used to be like, come for the, she used to have these scripture reading things
Hmm.
where she used to go in the evening,
Hmm.
and I used to never go. Like I used to fight. Like she used to be like, Shaitan, Aja, and I used to just sit and watch that, bro. Shit, those are some memories,
Damn, man, damn. Even my mom used to
bro.
be against
Wait,
it.
but I don't remember what they used to do in the show. I know they used to walk around.
They used to go to hell, I
started
think,
with-
bro.
It started with a game of limbo.
Hmm.
Okay.
He made a deal saying, if you beat me,
Hmm.
I'll be your slave,
Yeah.
and if I beat you, you come to hell with me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yo,
Oh,
this dude came to take kids to hell, no?
Dude, I
Yeah,
remember it. Listen, I remember it, okay? And he just gets down on his bones and he walks across with his toes. And then Mandy lies down and then bugs, like just a bunch of bugs, just carry her through across the line. And she's like, I won.
Ah,
I remember that so
Oh my
freaking
God.
clearly.
There was
Damn.
some cat or something they do, and he just misses and he goes around it or something like that. He loses, practically loses, and he's forced to be the slave. And bro,
I
Mandy
mean,
was freaky,
imagine
bro.
if he lost. I mean, if he won, those kids would just be in hell.
Yeah, then we wouldn't have the show.
Yeah.
Everyone on the show.
I mean, it's not something kids should be watching, but it was fun.
Hey, but we watched
Yeah.
it. Come on, that's why we were freaking hard.
Yo, I watched it, bro. I love that show, but I
Yeah.
can't remember anything from it.
Same, same.
And like the kid kind of looks like Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
You have to agree,
No.
like the kid actually looks like kind of like Adam Sandler.
You know
Bro,
what? You might
Mandy
be right.
was freaky, bro. Mandy was scary. Like you could not screw with her.
Like, she
like-
Yeah,
was,
like she's like an e-girl of Predator.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like those kids are just one of those badass girls, who
Yeah.
just wear like black lipstick and go like yo.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
cool or something.
It
So
makes
like-
sense. Makes sense that it was pretty nice before, because it wasn't like only guys were important or even only guys were heroes. There were female characters too, with
Yeah,
Which
It was
guys,
pretty nice.
which other guys loved and other guys freaking promoted.
yeah. Like I said, I wanted to be Mr. Krabs' daughter, okay? Because she just had shit ton of cash. She could do anything she wants with it,
Yeah.
and she just chilled at home.
And then, do you remember the weird side show that nobody really watched, but we watched when we had nothing else to watch? Or we were waiting for something else to start? Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The animated
Adventures-
was
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Adventures-
the
was pretty
animated
dope,
was-
man.
That
It
was,
pretty
yeah,
dope.
I swear.
Yeah, but I never actually watched it. I watched it as like a
8:30.
filler piece,
We watched it at 8:30 to wait for Power Rangers at 9.
Oh,
Power Rangers.
bro.
SPD.
Morphin time. No, wait. Did they have morphing time? Did they say morphin or morphing though?
Mo-
You know,
morphing.
morphine time is a different story.
Yeah. Kids
Morphing.
don't morphing. It's morphing, kids.
Yeah.
ing. Don't forget the ing. Okay, so
Yo, SPD where they have little flip phones. I had that flip phone. It was
Yo.
so
Oh yeah.
on 3, okay? On 3, say out the perfect or your favorite Power Rangers. Ready? 1,
Yeah, okay.
2, 3. Jungle Fury.
Mission
Red.
Force.
See?
Oh, I thought you were saying which color, yeah.
Oh no.
That's
Oh
why you said
no.
red. You know you're
Obviously
talking
it's red.
series.
But yo, Mystic
Yeah.
Force.
Mystic Force.
I didn't. Bro, whatever it is, whatever is your favorite Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Every Power Ranger at the end had a crossover between other Power Rangers
Oh.
and their one. Oh, that was SPD had the best last episode, yo.
I swear.
I've never seen the last episode.
Bro, it is a huge crossover. All the Power Rangers are there, and you know
All
the
the
dog,
Power Rangers.
the dog boss thingy.
Yeah.
He becomes the Shadow Ranger, and it is epic, man. He has a beautiful sword. But then, if you go back and watch it, it's like so weird. It's so. I don't know. You laugh your ass off.
I can't believe I said red, bro.
Like-
I can't believe I said red.
Okay, so if you had to choose one of the many titles, what would you choose?
Me.
Yeah.
Yo, which was like the one where like they had like this shark. and
Yeah, that was Jungle Fury, the one which I said.
Jungle Fury, bro.
Yeah.
That was Wait, wasn't the Black Ranger in that?
Yeah. There was a Black Ranger in
Yo.
almost all of them, right? Right, Mars?
Yeah, but like, bro, whenever he showed up, like, oh my god, shit is about to go down. Like,
I
this
swear.
is a serious episode. When the Black Ranger comes out, you're like, oh my god, this is it.
You would stop
It's gonna
eating.
be amazing.
You would stop eating the chocos at that point.
Yeah, and just like go stand right in front of the TV
And
with
like-
my eyes like 5 centimeters away from it. Just be like, come on, you can do it. Fight him. That was so cool, bro.
And then we would almost get, a shit ton of dislikes if we didn't mention the legends of, I feel, 90s cartoon altogether, Tom and Jerry. Tom and freaking
Oh, yeah,
Jerry.
man.
Mentioned it, man. Yo, how did we forget Mr. Bean and Mr. Bean animated series?
Yo, bro, I still watch Mr. Bean animated, bro.
Yeah, even I
Beautiful
watch
stuff.
animated still.
Okay,
It's
fun
cool as
fact.
hell.
Yeah.
Fun
Yeah.
fact,
Hmm.
it's gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
But how long? I mean, how many seasons do you think Mr. Bean had?
Like a million.
25.
You can imagine there were like, hundreds of
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
Like you can swear you watch it
Yeah.
forever.
Like, look, I
No,
swear,
it was-
Yeah.
I've watched every day, every time I've turned on Mr. Bean, it's always a new episode.
Yeah, it's a new episode, bro. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So here's the thing.
Hmm.
Mr. Bean has only one season with only 15 episodes.
What?
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 Only one season, only 15
Yo,
episodes.
you're shitting with me, bro.
I'm
Yo,
not.
one
Google it.
season.
Google it.
15 episodes. Bro.
One
Wait, are you
five.
talking about
One
the
season.
animated one or the real one?
No, the real one. The real one.
Are we?
15 episodes. Bro.
Yo,
That's all,
1-5,
15 episodes. 1-5.
and I wasn't even on drugs
Yo,
that
that's
time.
weird.
You're not
Yo, I feel like there was like at least 125 episodes, bro.
exactly.
and one
No,
bonus
only 15,
episode.
man.
Yo.
Only 15.
It was much more than that, man. I swear, I could swear.
No, I feel like I've watched that show continuously for like 5 years now, every day.
Exactly.
Yo, this is weird, bro. But I have to give credit, to that show for giving me my dance moves. Like the pelvic thrust originated from there.
Oh my
Like
god.
you catch me dancing somewhere, that's gonna be my go-to move for sure.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Bean didn't call it the pelvic thrust. Yuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, did you rip that off the internet or you just come with it yourself?
no, I've heard it before.
No, that's
Wait,
just
I'm,
wrong.
I'm gonna Google it, bro.
Yeah.
Google it.
Google it.
I'm not even kidding, man.
Google
The first time I read
It's
about
there,
it,
bro.
I was-
It's a legit dance move. The pelvic thrust is thrusting motion of the pelvic region,
Oh,
which
shit.
is used for a variety of activities such as dance and check. Okay, we're not going there. Just keep it as dance.
Yeah.
oh,
So
jeez.
it's literally called pelvic thrust.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual dance move, man.
Oh shit. Okay. Wait, let me just think about any other.
Yo,
thing to
Elvis
do.
did the pelvic thrust.
Oh.
I'm looking at a picture of Elvis doing the pelvic thrust right now, so you have to know it's cool.
Yeah. What about Kim Possible? That was also weird, right? Weird.
Oh yeah, Kim Possible.
Yeah,
That was like
that was one of the
weird ones.
other cartoon crushes.
Yeah, and then for the sake of our friend dearly.
Oh yeah, Kim Possible, bro.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, she was so hot.
Yo. Some might say I still have a crush on her till this date, but you'd never know because you never asked me. Some.
TMI.
Some. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we would be doing wrong if we didn't mention this for the sake of our friend at least. We Bear Bears, 2015.
Oh, We Bear Bears.
I
Yo,
mean,
that's a
it
cool
was,
show.
It was like a little
Recent. It was
you
too
know,
recent.
Recent.
Right?
Yeah.
But it had like the vibe of an old cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But by recent, if you mean 5 years, then yeah, it was recent.
Yo,
Yeah.
there was this show
Yeah.
about a polar bear, and
Oh
used to. It was
shit!
used to
Oh, it
come
was on
on Nick-
No,
Nickelodeon.
I know what you're talking
It
about.
was on Nickelodeon.
Yes. And he used to come only in the ads because the episodes were like 5 minutes.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And it was the most.
Bernard.
Bro.
Bernard.
Yo, listen.
Yo, I got goosebumps, bro.
Listen, if there was a cartoon character that would perfectly and accurately portray our very own DJ Mars, it would be that polar bear.
Yeah.
It would be freaking
Bernard
that-
Bear was the show, bro.
Bro, he was the most
Ooh.
weirdest, but then at the same time, the most coolest freaking bear ever.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Let's not forget Shaun the Sheep.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Shaun the Sheep, yo.
yo, Shaun the
One
Sheep.
of the
Have you
greats.
seen the movie?
Shaun the Sheep was
Have you
like,
seen the movie?
No,
I
I
haven't
haven't.
seen the
Bro,
movie. But
see the movie, you're gonna cry. I cried. I watched it like recently. I think last year
why
or
did you
something.
cry?
Bro, watch the movie. It's about the origin story, like how he got them as lambs, and and the dog was a puppy, and everything was like, poof, bro. I don't want to
Oh.
ruin the movie,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
will cry. You will cry. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yo, Shaun the Sheep, even though it was an amazing freaking cartoon series, for me it just signified one thing. Okay, it always went hand in glove with this one expression or one feeling. It was burning eyes, like almost about to sleep any freaking second, but then you're still keeping them open to just finish the episode of Shaun the Sheep and then fall
Yeah,
asleep. And it was either
yeah,
at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoonish, or it was like really late at night, like 11:30,
yeah.
12.
After, yeah.
Yo, but Shaun the Sheep, my favorite character is the little baby sheep, bro. I mean, the little lamb.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
so cute, bro, with the little pacifier in his mouth. He used to just walk around with his mom.
He has his
Yeah.
teddy and then
That
the
was so
mom.
cute.
They used to
Yeah, he had his little
they
teddy.
went and got pizzas and stuff. Some weird stuff.
I
man.
couldn't agree more with that. He was the
Yo,
cutest.
I don't know if you'll remember this, but it used to come on Nick, and it used to come very early in the morning. Like if you woke up early, nobody's awake, you just turn on the TV and watch. Uncle Max.
I was literally gonna say
What?
Uncle Max. Literally.
Uncle Max.
Literally, dude.
Uncle Max.
Just
Max.
Google, you'll see a picture, and everything will come back to you.
You know what? Let's just club Uncle Max and Uncle Grandpa together in the same discussion.
Uncle Grandpa?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Uncle Grandpa.
Dude, haven't you all seen that trippy show
Shit. Yeah.
where he just flies
Bro,
around on a
even-
tiger, just shooting like pooping freaking rainbows?
Oh my
What about
god.
this other show? Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Gravity Falls.
You know what? I'm
Gravity Falls.
pretty sure it's all from the same illustrator, I guess, because it's the cartoon
Yeah,
style is like
and-
almost the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know that Gravity Falls is completely connected to the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Like
for
100%. Like isn't that the show with the little triangle with the eye floating
Yeah.
around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling them stuff. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm just guessing that Mike Conte and Tommy Meehan, who wrote Uncle Grandpa and Uncle Max, also wrote Gravity Falls for a fact. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? It's just showing me, so I just googled it just to be sure of my facts, and it shows me the show timings. 9:30 to 10:30 on Cartoon Network.
Oh.
Apparently, that's just hit a
Yo, but
string.
putting on the TV early morning felt like you were doing something bad, bro.
I swear
Like
to
you,
God.
you like I used to get nervous picking up the remote. Like the remote at like 7 o'clock in the morning felt different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like before, when TV used to have that static noise while coming on, that and then the static used to come. Oh, that was the best feeling.
Hey, I used to just go put my hand near it and then go and just wait for the
Yeah,
static
exactly. Put
you
the
know.
hand near it. Oh yeah.
to just. Yeah.
Talking about shows, that weren't animated.
Yeah.
The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Drake and
Life of
Josh.
Zack and Cody.
Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh.
iCarly.
Yo, Josh had a major glow up, bro.
Oh,
I've seen him
I-
recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
The dude's ripped,
Yo, follow him
Wow.
at Joshua Shoepack on Instagram, man. He's a freaking cool dude.
Yeah, yo, what a guy, bro.
Whatever happened to Drake?
He's just the
I
same,
don't
bro.
know.
He just stayed the same. I mean,
Yeah, he's the same, I guess.
I recently checked out his profile. He's running the band, really successful and shit. And he just never changed,
Yeah?
Yeah, he's never changed. He's just the same. Exactly the
That's
same.
cool.
Hmm.
Wait, what about the sister, bro? She used to have the coolest gadgets in her room, and you should mess with them. Like, I remember this one
Yeah.
episode, her TV was on the wall, and it turned around, and she had like these, like, I don't know what it was it guns or like ninja stars or something?
I never really understood that part. Like, how could a freaking kid in the middle of a normal sitcom family show just suddenly become James Bond's freaking cousin, right?
I have no clue, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty cool back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Those shows were good.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know, let's just round things off with just a few of the classics. Pink Panther, freaking beautiful,
Oh, Pink Panther.
oh yes.
amazing. Shut up, yeah, yeah, shut up. um, what else? What else? Come on, guys, help me out. Um, Sidekick. Do you remember
What else?
Sidekick?
Sidekick.
Yeah,
What?
it
Hey,
was.
Kick Patowski.
Yo,
Kick Potowski, bro.
he
Yo,
Ooh.
he's still my legend. He's still my freaking legend.
yeah,
Red
bro,
Dead Redemption,
that kid
man.
taught me, like, yo, whatever happens, just send it, bro. Like, anytime, just send it.
Exactly.
Like, I
Okay.
remember watching that show, and they were like, Ma, I'm going to go cycle, take my cycle, try something stupid and get hurt, but in the end of the day, I'll be like, Kick Potowski.
Oh, exactly.
Just go back home.
Like he got me into skateboarding and waveboarding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
wave.
tried learning the skateboard, but I couldn't. But yeah,
Bro,
he used to
I don't know why
skateboard.
skateboards are so hard.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know,
it's just like, yo, what is happening? I mean, like, that's where he started the wave.
people. Both of y'all guys know how bad I am on things that roll without a motor, so I'm not gonna
Oh,
say anything
yeah.
about that. Well, Looney Tunes, freaking amazing show.
Oh, yeah.
Even
Looney Tunes.
Baby Looney.
Baby Looney
Baby
Tunes.
Looney
Yeah,
Tunes.
exactly. Baby Looney Tunes. That was cool as
Wait.
hell, bro.
Talking about
I thought I saw a
And
putty cat.
Tweety. I saw a putty twat. So, wait, what was the cat's name? Was it Sylvester?
Sylvester.
It was Sylvester, right?
Sylvester.
Yeah, yeah.
For some
He was
reason,
the main cat.
I always thought that cat was freaking Rambo in secret.
Why is Rambo?
Just because of the name. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Sylvester. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it.
And then let's talk about talking about Warner Brothers. Let's talk about freaking Disney. Go back to Disney and talk about the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse Club.
Dora the Explorer.
Yo,
Oh,
if
that
we
was a
get a
shitty
house,
show.
we should get that house, bro. Like, the top part becomes this hot air balloon and we cut and we go for, like, Italy's in the morning or something. That would be so cool, bro. Like, imagine, bro, like, three of us just waking up like, yo, bro, let's go get Italy's. We won't take the car, we'll take the hot air balloon.
Yo, but
We just take the hot air balloon and cut.
you have to
Holy so-
freaking admit the fact that of how shady Mickey Mouse Clubhouse started off. Okay, imagine you're just freaking on a road, okay, on an empty road, and then you just see this
Yeah.
cat and this freaking talking
Mouse,
rat,
this
yeah,
talking mouse.
and he just comes up to you like extra happy, and he's like, "Hey, you want to come into my house?" Don't kids, don't go into that
Hey,
house.
kid, you want to get into my house? I have a cool house. I'll
Don't-
show you around.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Exactly. man.
Yo, what about this show? Naughty.
Make way for Noddy.
Naughty.
Yo, he was a 10-year-old kid who had a car, a house,
Wait.
And he
an
was,
airplane. Yo,
Wait.
that's
Yeah.
like
Noddy
entrepreneurship.
was a girl or a guy?
He was a guy. He was a guy.
Are you sure?
I'm going to
Yeah,
settle.
he
I'm
was
going to
gay.
settle. I'm going to settle with transgender.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm kidding, dude. He's
Okay,
a guy.
it's a
Dude.
guy.
I mean, anything is possible, no?
In 2020, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, like, that's like teaching kids how to be an entrepreneur, like today, right? Like, anyone who watched that show is most probably an entrepreneur today.
Yeah.
Because he's like 10 and he already has his own house. He has like this old dude where he takes advice from. And he has a car, he has an airplane. For sure, he even has a yacht, which we've not seen.
Yo, listen.
Like,
He
yo,
had-
Naughty was cool.
He had a girlfriend and he was a freaking hero of that town.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like that kid was living the life, bro.
Living everyone else's life, apparently.
Yeah, living everyone else's life. Wait, wasn't there an officer, like a police officer? What is his name? Yeah,
Mr.
he
Plod.
used to go stop in the name of Plod.
Plod.
Yo, that was so cool, bro.
Mr.
Like
Plod.
he had his own service where it's like
Damn, yeah.
not when stop in the name of like police. It's like Mr. Plod. Like yo, I run this town.
Damn, man. Shit. And you know,
What else do we have?
while
Jetix.
Jetex, dude, Jetex was the shit, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like for sure, like I don't know what setup box I had that time, but it only used to come sometimes. Like it used to come for like a month and then it just disappear.
Yo,
and after
yeah.
like 6 months, it'll just be like JetX.
Yo,
It's
we
back.
didn't have freaking setup boxes. We just had cable, like direct
Oh yeah,
cable.
we had
Cable.
cable.
We
Yeah,
just
yeah, we
screwed
had
into the
cable.
freaking box. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Damn,
correct.
damn. So, we planned on this, or we intended this podcast to be really short. like around 30 minutes. But for sure, we overstepped
Yeah.
it. We're gonna try, as I'm talking, as I'm saying this, hopefully it reaches you in a very sizable form and doesn't bore the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, while there's a lot of, like, let's just conclude by saying, while there's a lot of dark theories and like fan theories and messed up, thoughts and like stuff behind these shows that we're talking about and condoning, they, a lot of them helped us with our values, even though it seems really silly
Oh
to
yeah,
even
for
talk
sure.
about, like on a subconscious level, right? It it did like help us, learn something, get something, and like be the people we are today. And
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
we thought, we had a plan of like getting into like more and more dark fan theories of like all of this cartoon stuff. If you all guys really want that, maybe
We
leave
can
it
do a
in,
part two.
yeah, maybe leave it in the comments
Yeah.
below.
Part 2 on cartoons.
Yeah, or just let's say if the video that we're posting or the podcast that we're posting or crosses 10 likes. 10's good to start off,
10.
boys, or is that
Yeah,
too
10
much?
or like 9, bro. 9.
Oh wait. If it crosses 9, for sure, season 2 or like next month, we will make a crossover episode or a part 2 episode of this.
Yeah.
Talking about all the dark fan theories, just fan theories of cartoons,
Yeah,
not of
just
Yeah.
dark stuff.
And I'll finish my Ariel story as well if you want.
yeah. So
Nobody wants that. Okay, moving
So I
on.
bet at least 2 people want to know the ending to that story, bro.
well,
Yeah, but then there are 7 other people who have to like.
well, guys, if any of y'all want to know the end of our man's story, leave it in the
You can
comments.
put in the comments.
Yeah, and
It's the first time we're all doing this.
yeah.
It's very awkward and it's weird, I know.
Yeah.
You can give us
Yeah, I know.
feedback. We'll put all of our Instagram handles and
Yeah,
you can
like
even
my
comment.
palms are sweating right now. I was so nervous at the start of this.
Yo,
Yeah.
knees weak, man. Knees weak. Eminem. So
Next week,
Mom spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
Vomit
Vomit
on
on the
sweater
sweat. Hey, no,
already.
wait, yo, you're mixing up. Forget it.
Never mind. Chuck.
okay.
Yeah.
So let's just wrap up. Let's just wrap this up. This was the
Yeah.
end of episode 1. I hope y'all guys loved it.
Yeah, I mean, if you stayed till here and you're listening to this,
Yo,
then
yo.
then hats off to you.
You're the reason we're still
You
doing
have
it.
a heart.
Yeah. Kiran,
yeah.
let's just not make it gay now, shall we? Oh, no offense. No
We
offense.
love you.
Yeah, we
Thank
love
you
it.
for watching. You
All
can
listening.
reach us and give us feedback. Give us some ideas.
Yeah.
Tell us to stop and whatever. It's all up to you. You have the
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like get a different hobby or something. Like we'll stop it.
Look.
we have to make some song, man.
So like before we leave, let me just say a few things, okay? First thing, thank you so much for freaking logging in. Thank you so much for freaking tuning in this far if you made it. And as the boys said, please give us your feedback in the comments. It's really, really crucial that we improve on ourselves or get a better life. And stay safe, stay inside. We'll have everything that we talked on. If we think that we should have something extra linked down in the into the description, we will. Please forgive our bad language and plagiarism as of now. We will improve in the future on if you all guys support us, that is. And yeah, I would just like to say thanks. And you know what, Maz and me had this whole schedule of uploading, so we'll have everything, as soon as we
Every
decided.
Wednesday.
Yeah, as soon as we
I
decided.
mean, we'll try to upload it every
Upload it,
Wednesday.
yeah. You know what, guys? One last thing before we leave is all of us suck at freaking keeping commitments, and everyone who
Yeah.
follows us on Instagram and knows us personally know that for a fact. So we're gonna try our level best to keep this going on, because I feel this is really good, and today episode 1 was just an introduction, just a start off to the whole show. It's gonna get a lot deeper. It's gonna get a lot philosophical. It's gonna get emotional to a personal level where a lot of people can like interact with us on the same
Relate to
level.
it, I guess.
Yeah, relate to it.
Yeah.
But as of now, we're just gonna keep it light and see it. So until episode 2, see y'all guys, and we love y'all. All of us, all 3 of us love y'all.
Stay safe, stay strong. Coronavirus.
Yo, bro, hey, bro.
All right, guys. And
Okay, bye.
so that was us signing off.